This is our public input portion of our meeting. I'd like to remind everybody there's 1 or 3 minutes per speaker. Is there anyone who'd like to address the board? Would you come forward and give us your name, please?
Maybe. My name is Ryan Mallette. I live at 6346 East Cat Road. At the meeting of March 23rd, the supervisor asked me to ask the board any questions that I might have. I think the supervisor on the previous meeting said the same thing. Therefore, I sent an email to the town clerk as follows. I had a few questions I'd like to have answered. How many trips were taken to Washington on behalf of economic development? How much money has the town received from any source to assist the project? I know the town clerk, I believe, gave everybody a copy of my email. Here are some new questions for the town board. Who applied for the town credit card? Was this done with the board approval? What? Was this work and project authorized by the town board? Who authorized the attorney to redact their vouchers? I will take the supervisor and the town board at their word that they will answer questions of constituents. And I got a reply from the town clerk. She said the questions were copied to the town board members, and per Charlotte's request, she was given all the records that you received pertaining to the questions. Anybody can look into this at all since I sent this email?
We were going to be prepared to answer them tonight, but Heather's sick, so I couldn't get the opportunity to talk to her today.
What?
I was going to talk to Heather about it today, this morning. Heather went home sick.
Okay. Anybody else talk to anybody? Okay, let me ask you a question then. On this redacting of these vouchers for the attorney, who gave them the authority to redact the vouchers here? I'd like to know who gave the authority. I talked with Mr. Freeman. You all know who he is. He said that they're not privileged. Now, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to stop people from knowing what's going on in this town? I'd like to get a couple of answers. I asked you, okay, 3 weeks have passed since I sent you that email, right?
I have no idea. What's your
I'll
question?
tell you when I sent it to him. It was sent on March 24th to your town clerk. The clerk is supposed to let the board know what's happening. I sent it to her, she replied. The questions were copied to the town board members and per Charlotte's request. She was given all the records that you received pertaining to the questions. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.
I have here everything that she gave to you,
Yeah,
a
okay.
copy of it.
Did you got all the redacted stuff?
Yeah, they're all redacted as
I
well.
spent $40 for freedom of information stuff and get everything scratched off by the attorney. The attorney is here and I'm telling him right now it's illegal. Let him answer that.
Your questions are directed at us, Roy.
Not to him.
Roy,
I'm directing it at you. Ask him to answer it.
We'll ask the question. I was going to ask Heather the question this morning, but I told you she got sick.
You're going to send it to somebody. When are you going to give me an answer to this,
So-
please?
When I
So-
have the opportunity to sit down with Heather, we'll be able to get back to you.
Well, Justin, do you know anything about whether it's illegal to take information out of freedom from information request documents?
There's always caveats to what you can and cannot provide to individuals. Whether a certain document is permissible to be given out for freedom of information law, yes, but information within that document can be redacted. For instance, say you were a client, not related to the town, but we had an instance where we had to deal with you. Your name can be redacted out of that information because your name is not public information on what we were talking to about you.
Right.
There's certain information within foilable documents that can be redacted. Do I know what was given in all of those documents? No. I don't do the town's day-to-day work. That is Heather, that's why Chad had that information. But yes, there is information within foilable documents that can be redacted.
Well, some of these sheets, like every other word is crossed out.
Just about every word is crossed off. You're right.
I have not seen those, so I don't know. I can't read that from here, I don't.
I know you can't. I'm holding it up to show you that that's
Well,
what
I understand, but I don't know, I
I-
mean, there could be 3 lines.
Do that again,
and
Charlotte.
there's 2 black periods in between it. For me, it's something that needs to be addressed with Heather and Chet when she does get back. But yes, there are things that can be redacted out, it is perfectly legal to do that.
Is it perfect? Good.
And when Heather gets back, I'll have the opportunity to be able to sit down and talk to her.
Okay. I'll forget about talking to him. I'm telling this board, Mr. Freeman told me that they are not allowed to redact certain things in things. They're allowed to redact anything with litigation, okay? But when somebody says, took a trip to Albany, $450 or something, I think the board should ask when, how. Thank you.